Hello everyone. I know I look a little bit crazy. We're doing a bit of full glam today. Obviously, I'm at my mom's and I figured I would take you guys along for basically all the prep that I have to do before I go on a road trip. I just feel like it would be really fun to escape for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. Who knows? I have no plans. Could be a week. I don't know. In New England, in the van, and take you guys along. So this vlog is just gonna be everything that I have to do to prep. So before I leave, I like to wrap up any brand deals that I have going on. I'm doing a little bit of full glam because I have to shoot, and I've just been kind of like down in the dumps lately. So I figured, I don't know, getting all dolled up, trying something new would be a little bit fun. So I'm using these hot rollers, and I actually used these two sets. This one I think is really, really old. I think these are my mom's. These I got when I was in like middle school, and I only used one of them, but these are my favorite because they're velvet. And I've been watching a lot of hot roller tutorials on TikTok this week, so I figured it would just be fun. If you guys hear any noise, it's because there is actually construction happening in my mom's development. If you hear beeping or banging or drilling, it's not my fault. I don't know what to do. I think it's gonna be happening all day, so it could be annoying. I haven't done hot rollers since I was in middle school, so I'm really excited and also very nervous to see how this turns out. But at least you'll be here to provide me with moral support. Talk about glamour. This is gorgeous. I think I curled the front pieces in. Next time I'll curl them away because it's giving Dolly Parton. The volume, the curl. Love it, love it, love it. Since I'm doing a little fall cozy road trip, I really wanted to make sure that I could have my favorite beverage. If you guys don't know, I have recently quit drinking coffee in the morning. I know that I said I quit drinking coffee and then I was drinking coffee in my other vlog, but I think I mean like in the morning. Like maybe I'll have 1 or 2 coffees every week. Sometimes I'll have none, but no coffee in the morning. I will have matcha. I bought this milk frother because I saw someone on TikTok that lived in a van using this because I could just plug it into my power source in the van and I don't have to take out my propane stove and my pots and pans and heat up water, even though like I love doing that. This will be like nice and really, really easy. So I'm gonna do that. I wanna test it out though. I've never used one of these before. And I don't wanna make a matcha because it's 4:40, which is just beyond my caffeine time. So I think I wanna try to do like a lavender steamer. I had one yesterday at a coffee shop, and so I wanna see if I can recreate it. So I'm gonna blend up some oat milk and lavender buds, and then we'll try to figure out if this works. Ooh. Okay, outfit change. I just filmed a couple brand deals for the week, edited them, sent them off to my manager, and now the sponsor of our video today is Parade. You guys know Parade is near and dear to my heart. They're one of the first brands that I have ever partnered with since I started my social media career. I want to share with you guys my 2 favorite sets that I just got from Parade because they are so comfy, so cute. The first set I want to talk about is this Panther Pink Silky Mesh set. So silky mesh is actually made sustainably. It's used out of fabric scraps that couldn't be used otherwise, and they make this really cool double paneled material. And I actually have a couple other bras in this silky mesh fabric, and I really love it. I was anti-bra for so long, and now every single one of my everyday bras is from Parade because they are so comfortable. So if you don't like wearing bras, give one of these a try. They feel like there's nothing there. They're nice and comfortable. There's no underwire, nothing like that. And this bra comes in sizes A through F. The top is just like a classic kind of triangle top, but like I said, that double lined fabric, so you get the piece of mesh on the inside and the piece of mesh on the outside. So it just kind of keeps everything a little hidden, so you don't necessarily get that nipple through the t-shirt look, which I love. And the matching thong comes in sizes extra small through 3X, and this is the most comfortable thong ever. Again, I'm not a big underwear girl normally, but something like this I can actually wear every single day, and it's so cute. Like, obviously I am feeling the colored leopard moment right now, so I just felt like this was just a necessity in my closet. My other item was the perfect lace matching set, which I really like. I had never seen this on their website before. The second I saw the stars, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I need. This is the perfect lace plunge bralette, and I don't know if you can tell, the pattern was made by hand drawing all of these little stars, which is super cool. I got this in the shade Vine. I feel like green lingerie is just kind of hard to find. I used to be really skeptical when buying lace because I felt like if I put it through the wash, it would always pill, but this is actually super durable lace. I've never had any pilling with any of my lace products from Parade. They actually are made sustainably out of recycled yarn scrap. So the yarn is broken down and then they spin it into this lace. And this will not show through my leggings. This thong comes in sizes extra small through 3X, and this one comes in sizes A through F. If you're interested in either of those sets, I actually have a code. It's Emily25, and you can use that site-wide. And with my code, you would actually be able to get all 4 of those items, so both sets, for $67.50. And this Pink Panther set is limited edition, and it is selling out fast, so if you want to match, now's the time. Thanks, Parade.
At least get something out of it.
We are at Walmart trying to buy some things for my trip. One of them is I need a new pea jar, and this is the size that I would get, but it's $20.
Look, this is telling us where to go.
Mom is recommending that I go just get a massive jar of pickles for like $3 and just dump them out and use that jar. We got to eat every pickle.
We'll put them in something else. I wasn't going to say throw them away.
Okay, so I can have the jar. Okay.
Let's go see.
Let's go see.
See? $6.24, you could get 2, and it's tall and thin like you wanted. Great for storage. Plus you get all those pickles.
Good morning, everybody. Actually, it's the afternoon. I pretty much just did laundry today. I actually went and got a spray tan for the first time ever. I haven't gotten a spray tan since, she said I hadn't been in there since 2016. I used to be addicted to spray tans when I was in high school, which is better than bed tanning in retrospect. But I was going like 2 times per week. I don't know what really compelled me to do that. I'm literally going to go live in my van for a couple days, so it's not like anyone's even gonna see me. I'm gonna be wearing a sweater. I don't really know what happened in my brain, but I just decided that I wanted to do that. I also picked up some things for my mom and I for dinner tonight. As you can tell, my bed is stripped, so I need to put all of that on tonight and kind of organize my things in the van because I have therapy tomorrow and I won't have as much time to be hands-on with the van as I'd like, and then I'm planning on leaving early in the morning. We have to plan what we're doing, where we're going. I literally don't know. I leave in 2 days. I'm buying all these supplies. No idea where I'm going. I know it is prime leaf peeping season. In New England, we get a flood of out-of-towners. People from all over the country come to see the leaves change because, in my opinion, we have the most magnificent foliage anywhere. This is the first fall that I've actually been home for all of the fall. Last fall I was in Florida around this time, so it's nice to actually see the leaves change. The year before that I did the same thing. I'm always away in the fall. I think because in the fall it's not too hot and it's not freezing cold yet, so it's like prime time to be doing van life. So anyway, I figured we just take kind of a local trip. I'm thinking Vermont. I literally have no idea. Vermont or New York. We'll have to sit down with a map and kind of try to figure that out. I figured I would show you guys what I got at Walmart last night. So you guys know we got the pickles. I got 2 gallons of water. Normally I get a 5-gallon, but I didn't get a new water pump for the 5-gallon because it broke on my last trip. Some Spindrift. This is the only soda water that I like lately because it just has real fruit juice in it. Everything else tastes like poison to me now. Poison, melatonin, and got to be glued hairspray. Don't know why I needed hairspray. Oh, because I'm doing my roots tonight or tomorrow. This is the box dye that I use. It's also linked on my LTK as well as my Amazon storefront if you ever have questions about that. I am not responsible for you burning your hair off. Okay. I got some squeezable honey. I prefer to use local honey, but I wasn't gonna like mess around with spoons and dipping in honey, so I wanted something I could just squeeze. Propane. I got this giant basket and we're gonna go see if it fits in the van, but I have like a basket right now that's white and it just kind of holds like my computer, my books and stuff like that on top of like my electronics box in my van, but the white really made it look like a dorm room, especially with the baby pink cabinets. So I got this. I have no idea if it's gonna fit or if it's gonna work. We're just gonna try it out. This is filled with a couple more things. I didn't get that many snacks. I literally just got toasted Cheez-Its, Oreos, and some lavender chamomile tea. One of my bigger splurges at Walmart was this electric blanket. I lost my electric blanket. We only know where the wire to it is. And to be honest, if you're doing New England in the fall, you're gonna freeze your ass off at night. This will save you, so Yeti and I will be able to snuggle underneath this and it'll be nice and warm. When I'm not actively traveling, I almost never come to the back of my van. It gets super messy. I don't appreciate it. And just sitting here and putting my sheets on my bed made me realize like, oh, okay, I'm kind of excited for this next road trip. If you missed the memo on my last road trip, I cut my trip to Montana short because I had a run-in with a man in the woods and it was very scary and I felt very unsafe, and it kind of just like reactivated my whole anxiety system, and I just feel like I've had a hard time catching a break since then. But recently I've been going to therapy and I'm feeling a lot better, and I feel like doing this little road trip will really, one, help me connect back with nature because now it's starting to get cold again, and once it gets freezing cold, I'm not going to want to go camping. And two, I feel like I just need to kind of reestablish a positive relationship with being back in my van by myself. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do on this little road trip, and it's kind of like zero commitment. So this is going to be just like however long I need it to be, and no matter what, I'm going to end it on a positive note. When I'm ready to come home, I'm just going to come home and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So it's going to be really good. This sounds really silly, but I forget that this van is everything that I ever wanted. And not necessarily like, I know if you guys have followed me on TikTok for forever on TikTok, I said I would never own a van. I think that it's silly. I think it's too much money. That is all very, very true. But having a really comfortable space for me and Yeti to be able to do whatever we want and to like actually be comfortable is huge. We traveled for a really long time just being as cheap as we could. A lot of the time I am like, things are so much simpler when I lived out of my Corolla, or things are so much simpler when I did this out of an SUV, and they are. I feel like I want to do a video on the pros and cons of different vehicles that you can live in, because I think that people who want to do van life before they jump into van life should do it in whatever vehicle they already have, because this shit is sometimes not for the weak and sometimes not very fucking fun, if I'm being honest. And you guys know that. I've dragged you along for everything. Anyway, just reconnecting with my dream and my love for being in my van. This is gonna be a good trip. I'm hoping this is gonna be a good trip. So I took the net down and I think I wanna fill this wall with like, I don't know, mini art or something that I collect. I can't decide what I'm doing with this yet, but I'm honestly so tired. This took so much longer than I anticipated, my electric blankets on the bed, and I replaced the old basket with this basket, as well as cleaned out like a bunch of trash from the van. So I kind of just want to get everything back together, and I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning. We're gonna see if this plug works in my fridge in the van. I bought it a while ago. This is the second plug that I've had to buy because the first one didn't fit. So if this one doesn't work, I don't have a fridge for this trip. Let's cross our fingies. I think this is an older Dometic fridge, and the owners, Willie and Ellen, when they sold me this van, told me that the wires stop working every few months, and so my wire finally burnt out. This is the first time I'm buying my own. Again, I have no idea if this is gonna fit. Looks like it does. That's excellent news. Now I have to plug it in to see if it works. Slay. It's working. She's lit up, babe. I'm pretty excited, honestly. Now let's try to put this back. So I have an outlet in here that I plug this into so that my fridge isn't wired across my whole van. And it's a little loose for some reason, like it keeps popping out. I'm not really sure. When I was driving through Glacier, it literally kept coming out and we didn't know for a couple hours, and my fridge got really warm. Right now it's at 52 degrees. Just because I just turned it on. I feel like that's not that bad, but it's been cold. And all I'm really gonna be keeping in here is oat milk probably, but it's good to have. Okay, this is the outfit. Thrifted boots. I think this skirt's from Old Navy, I wanna say. Thrifted sweater, caps, jacket. I don't know what compelled me to get like so dolled up for my therapy session. But I guess that's just what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna go drive an hour to Portland, go to therapy, meet with Cap. He's gonna give me some jackets because I literally wasn't expecting to go on this trip. So he has some of my winter coats for me that I wanna bring. And because it's getting a little chilly. Sync's on, working. Won't waste too much water. If you ever build out your own van, probably don't house all of the electrical in with where the water lives. Because when you have a leak, it can get a little scary. You guys did miss a little bit of excitement. This morning when I was leaving for therapy, I turned the corner to get out of my mom's development and I hadn't secured the glass gallon jug that I use to collect spring water. You know, the one that I drop my crystals in on TikTok. I didn't secure that and it slid and actually like hit this corner right here. And while I was driving, shattered into a million pieces with a gallon of water in it. My giant jackery, which is like my main heat source, got wet. I don't know if it's working. It appears to be working. We will find out as time goes on. Obviously, underneath my cabinets is not watertight, so underneath the fridge got flooded. I pulled over immediately, pretty much just in the middle of the road, and started getting liquid off of electronics. My biggest worry was that it would seep into where like the electrical housing is for like my solar and stuff like that, because it's just like boat batteries and wires, and that's very scary to me. And of course, this would happen the day before I leave on a trip. I mopped everything up as best I could. I actually didn't have a single towel in here, so I had to sacrifice a hot pink dress that I wore to a wedding this summer. I only wore it once, so now it's like kind of fucked up, but it'll be fine. My mom immediately came and brought me a bunch of towels, and we just kind of soaked everything up as best we could. I love my glass gallon. I don't really like using plastic to collect spring water, but I think that just for the time being, I'm not ever gonna buy a glass gallon ever again, because this was such a detrimental thing. The water got into my subflooring. Luckily, it's not warm, because warm weather plus moisture equals mold, and that's the last thing you want in your van. So it's about to be winter. Hopefully it'll dry out a little bit before it gets ice cold, and that'll just kill pretty much anything that's hanging around here. Awesome. I was like freaking out, and it was one of those moments where I was so glad that I had decided to leave for therapy 30 minutes early, because I ended up only being 2 minutes late, even with all the drama. Oh my God, it was so crazy. I just like, I can't even believe it. Just one thing after another. Now my fridge is unplugged, but prior to that, it seemed to be holding up okay. I still have to pack all my clothes and stuff like that. So now I have some additional cleaning on top of actually packing for the trip, which kind of sucks, but we have a lot left to do today to get our checklist done. Lots of drama today. All right, we are putting the final touches on the van. Got my roots done. Also cut bangs. You guys know I do this like once a week, and then I just push them to the side and never wear them. So I'm gonna push myself maybe on this trip to do it. I brought my round brush, so I should be able to like curl it. But to be honest, I hate hair in my face, but I just love the way bangs look. So we'll have to see how that goes. I just washed my duvet cover and my duvet insert, so it's super, super clean. Not to be gross, but I hadn't washed any of the laundry or any of the sheets in my van since my Montana trip in August, and it's like the end of October. So my van was just kind of like out of sight, out of mind for me. Like, I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to hang out in here. I didn't want to go anywhere in it. So it's just kind of nice to get back into the swing of everything. My electric blanket is laid down already, and I have the wire on this end. So I'll just plug this into my Jackery. I checked the weather for some of the spots I'm gonna go to, and it looks like it's gonna be kind of rainy the next couple days, but that's okay. I think it'll still be fun, and if it's a little rainy, maybe that means less crowds, because like I said, I'm expecting it to be very busy anywhere scenic in New England. And who knows, maybe we'll get some art to hang up here now that we have a big open space. Oh look, I matched my bedding. I feel like 90% of my clothes are tie-dye. This was actually from a small business, my comforter. It's linked on my LTK, which is linked below. If you ever have a question about my outfits, check my LTK. It's linked in my Instagram bio as well as in the description of these videos. I link everything I possibly can there, and if I can't find the exact one, I always link similar for you guys because I love a good deal as well. So I'll post dupes, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm all packed up, and I'm really excited to bring you guys along with me for this trip. Stay tuned for the next one to see where we're going. I love you. Thanks so much for watching.